you have a WTIQ, okay, and but it is not transforming into results.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want to understand why are you making a Limca book of records and screen notes?
Sir, I think major problem is that after getting screen note, I was not able to analyze my mistakes, due to which I got again screened out. And if I worked on the OIR, sometimes after that I was not able to work on my stories and narration part also.
This, you mean to say this must have happened once. So, like you have given 4 SSBs, 2.
Yes,
so, do you think you are a slow learner?
Yes, sir, I think so.
So, we are looking, Anant, like if you want to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, which one you want to join?
Sir, Army.
You want to join the Army. You must have seen the Kargil War.
Yes, sir.
You need to take a very, quick decision making is required.
Yes,
if you see the story of Captain Manoj Pandey sir, Captain Vikram Batra sir, तो आपने इन सब की कहानी सुनी होगी.
Yes, sir.
In that way, if I'm asking why we don't want a slow learner, maybe you are good for some other field. Why are you not trying that field?
Sir, I think with the course of time, I have realized that I have been in the NCC for 3 years, and sir, I have realized that if I start working on myself and I can grow up to that level, and I am working on that process, and that is why I was able to clear one of my FCAT examination.
Which was this FCAT examination? The number of attempts?
Sir, this was the 4th time.
4th time.
Yes,
Out 4th, 4 बार clear, चौथी बार clear करा.
Yes, sir.
What about CDS?
So CDS also 4 times.
CDS also 4 times, but no results.
Yes.
So I'm not understanding, even after getting decent amount of marks, where are you lacking? CDS examination has been cleared 0, AFCAT you cleared once, and then number of screenouts is this entire scene.
Yes, sir.
Or what is happening?
Sir, I think I was not able to just focus on myself. I was focused on the outer aspects of mine, like growing my knowledge, apart from working on my weaknesses, first of all.
Yeah, if you're working on the weakness, तब तो result आना चाहिए ना.
Yes, sir, but it was not able to just fetch the results.
So, if you have seen 4 screenouts,
yes, sir.
how have you prepared this time? What is the different thing you have done this time? What are the chances you will making to the screening part once you go to the main interview there? कैसे करोगे?
So firstly, after coming here, I have analyzed all the mistakes which I have done in my 4 screenouts.
Like what?
Like what, sir? In the screening part, especially in the story, I was not able to frame initially the good stories which is required at particular moment. After that, I have realized that it is happening because of lack of ideas. So I have started reading newspapers. From there, I was getting ideas from very different articles, or also listening to the others, listening podcasts, or watching the interviews of the people, those who have been already recommended once or twice.
Okay, I got your point. You're working on the observation and everything. See, this is the picture. In this picture, you are seeing that this is the table.
Yes,
this table पे ये remote रखा है.
Yes,
यही picture है.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, I give you 20 seconds to think. Rather, I give you 30 seconds to think which you get, and then you will have to give me 5 different ideas. Okay.
So the first one I got that we can create a remote which can be used for the blind people so they can operate and can hear. After that, second one is we can also create a remote that can be used for the long ranges because we know the range of the remotes are very less. Third, we can
long range is like?
So long range is like if we are sitting in a corridor of our house and we have to operate the TV which is in our room, so we can operate from there.
So for leisure activity?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Apart from that, we can use it for another purposes. At the same time, it is also we can coordinate all the electronic appliances which we have in our house. So we can like fridge, AC, TV, etc.
So will that become the part of? Will it be working like an IoT device?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've given me 2 more.
Sir, apart from that, we can use it to just have a remote which can play everything which is essential for a kid to use operate a TV. Where
Okay.
only certain buttons are there which we can press and we can open a particular channel apart from the numberings of the channel up and down.
वो तो already है बहुत सारे remotes. Okay, something else?
Or else we can use it to operate our mobile phones and laptops at the same time.
Okay. So why were you only focused on the outer side of the remote but didn't go to the chipsets or the digital inside?
I was not able to just focus.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. You've given me one or two very decent ideas, and I think you are on the right track for that. So you are getting screenouts because you were making batch stories, or you were not even participating or discussion?
Sir, in the 4 SSB there were different reasons. Initially in my technical entry scheme, I was not able to much focus on my OIR part. After that I have worked on the OIR, then picture, then narration, then group discussion. In one of my group discussion, I was literally sitting silent. I was not able to contribute much. Yes, sir.
So Anant, I've seen you for a very long period of time, around 2.5, 3 years,
Yes, sir.
through the various online courses and everything. How do you think you have changed in the last 3 years, and what makes you feel that now you're ready to get recommended or you're ready to cross the final chapter?
So initially I was not that knowledgeable person. So in this period of time, I have worked upon my knowledge factor. Though it was not fetching me results, but in the outer perspective, if I take the example of SSB, which is required, the knowledge part, I have worked on that. Apart from that, I have interacted with many people, get to learn more things from them, and also the coordination factor with them, which is required for the armed forces as well.
Okay, if you were not clearing series and after examination, in all those examinations, both of the examination, which is the tough part for you, which was the difficult part? Maths?
Yes, sir.
And you, maths तुम्हारा difficult part है, और तुम फिर भी MSc math नहीं कर रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
There's a huge contradiction in this. I don't understand.
Sir, in the mathematics of CDS, it is generally the elementary mathematics, which I have to focus on the till 10th class NCRTs and other books. When it comes to my master's, it is completely different, which is initially considered in my bachelor's degree. That mathematics.
So you are saying that you can do higher level of maths, but not the basic level of maths?
Yes, sir. Basic calculation. I sometimes feel very anxious in the maths paper just to attempt, or I get stuck in the maths paper somewhere, just taking a particular question on my.
You still have INA attempts left?
Yes, sir.
How many?
Sir, 2.
So how will you clear the basics? 4 बार तो हो नहीं रहा basic. कैसे करोगे?
So this time I have analyzed my question paper after.
Why यार 2 साल कैसे मतलब कितने सीरीज दी? 4 2 years how Anant? Why is taking 2 years to analyze a simple paper? सीरीज का पेपर 6 महीने में निकल जाता है. 2 साल कैसे लग रहे हैं?
Sir, I was just not focusing on the PYQs and the question paper.
No, I don't understand. You have been a student, you know you need to focus on PYQs, form, but you're continuously making the same mistake. एक बार कोई mistake करता है, 2 बार mistake करता है, तीसरी बार कोई mistake कर रहा है, तो वो habit है. You have a repetitive habit of making mistakes. Either you're not taking it seriously, or either you're just watching the videos of YouTube and getting motivated, but not converting into result.
So initially it was like I was just motivated, but I wasn't have that clear reason why I want to join the process. So in this process, I have learned that I have a long way to go, where I have to focus on myself and my weaknesses to overcome that, especially in the written examination.
Okay, so since you realize that you are not able to clear these examinations and everything, what will be your strategy for the next series?
So next CDS is that first of all I have to complete my syllabus at least twice. After that I have to practice all the PYQs which have been asked in the previous papers. After that I have to attempt the mocks. After attempting all this I have to analyze.
So I understood. ये तो प्लान तूने पहले भी बना रखा होगा.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ like right now we're in October. Okay. So we are in October. So what is your plan? Say for example I'll say from say middle of October till the April I want to understand your strategy this time.
In the entire English, GK and Maths.
What is the strategy?
Sir, first of all, I just have to revise all the things which I have done, especially in the English and the GS part. More focus will be towards the mathematics. I have to complete all the chapters which I feel I am not able to do or the score good marks. especially like the mensuration part, mensuration and geometry.
Okay, understood the point. Since now you realize that you have earlier you were motivated by the YouTube videos, there was an external motivation. Now you feel that you know what is the reason to join the armed forces. What is that reason?
So reason is that if I join the armed forces, like I have the experience of NCC for 3 years. If I join the forces, it will be easy for them to train me. Like I have already been trained for 3 years. I know the basic drill. Apart from that, it will enhance me, the capabilities I have, the leadership, the qualities I possess. Apart from that, it will be beneficial for me and my family as well. Considering all the medical facilities which I have, financial independence.
Okay. You said about financial independence to me.
Yes, sir.
Can you define financial independence and its relation to you, your state, and country?
So financial independence for me is something if I am doing all my transactions for myself. The money I have earned from my hard work or patience. After that, when it comes to my family, if I will be financially independent, I will be contributing to my family so I can take care of my parents, younger brother, grandfather. When it comes to my state, if I will be earning more money, I will be contributing to the economy of our nation. That will, I will be paying the tax for that, and that in turn contributing to me and my state and my country to develop.
Okay. So, state you told, can you repeat the state one?
State one, sir, I will be paying the taxes of my financial transaction.
Okay. Carry on.
So for that, I will be like I pay the tax that will in turn help our state.
I'm asking, when I say financial independence of a state, what does it mean?
Financial independence of a state, like our state will be able to give the services which is required by our state independently, not taking any funds from the central government.
Any state which you think is currently on this stage?
Sir, I think it's Odisha, state of Odisha, which is working very good in every aspect of that particular.
So it's not taking any money from the center?
It is taking, but apart from that, they are more focused to develop their own state.
So which states do you find which are too much financially dependent on center?
Sir, it is state of Haryana and Punjab.
Okay. Financial independence of the country, can you define?
So financial independence of a country is like we are not dependent on any foreign institution to give us the bailouts, especially like the IMF. If we see in the neighboring nations like Pakistan and Sri Lanka, they are more dependent on the loans of the other nations like China and the IMF bailouts. It is almost around many times Pakistan and Sri Lanka have taken bailouts from the IMF or the World Bank.
So what is the problem in taking a bailout? What happens?
Sir, we have to pay a little. If I talk about a particular country, like in the case of Sri Lanka and China, the loan is given at a very high interest rate. When it comes to the IMF, it is at a very lower rate, and we have to pay that the amount which we have taken in a very long period. But when it comes to the other nation, there are certain terms and conditions which we have to follow, and at the same time there are some.
Yes, Anant, why in the Russia-Ukraine war, there is a particular strategy of Russia that it didn't go fast or it deliberately went slow. Okay, and what is actually Russia trying to achieve in this strategy?
Sir, in the present scenario of Russian-Ukraine war, as we see that Russia and the entire Europe lies in the northern hemisphere, and the winters are coming. Europe is I think 75 to 80% is dependent on the Russian oil and natural gas. So Russia is trying to hitting on the nerve of the European Union and the USA, especially in taking the example of the Ukraine. It is not directly hitting the Ukraine, but it was entirely hitting the Europe and the Western hegemony of the US and the European Union.
No, you still are not answering my question. I'm asking why Russia has the strategy of going slow or fast, what kind of pace they are doing, and what are they basically trying to achieve in Ukraine?
Sir, in the terms of Ukraine, they are just trying to grab the land. They are doing the referendums of the people. They just want to make the Ukraine.
What are the two regions which they initially started and made them independent?
Sir, that was the ethnicity of the people, those who live there. They are majorly.
Which are the regions those are?
Sir, Kharkiv and the Luhansk, Donetsk.
Kharkiv, Luhansk.
Especially the Sir Luhansk and Donetsk, the eastern region of the Ukraine.
Okay. So, take me through, like you've been part of NCC for a very long period of time.
Yes, sir.
Tell me two actors who have been NCC alumni.
Actors, NCC, it's a. Sir, I am not able to.
Tell me the last line of NCC pledge.
Sir, it is like I will obey the rules and regulations and the command of my commanding officer in the betterment of our nation.
No. That this line is not there in the pledge only.
Sir, I am not able to.
Tell me the first two lines of the NCC pledge.
NCC pledge, the cadet of NCC, being solemnly swear that I will obey the rules and regulations set by rules of the orders of the commanding.
When was NCC flag introduced?
NCC flags are around 1960s.
1960s.
Yes, sir.
Why 1960s?
At that time, we are in a very developing stage, so many steps.
तो flag तभी लगाया उन्होंने. और NCC आई कब थी?
In 1948. sir.
तो 1948 में अगर NCC आई तो उनको 13 साल लग गए फ्लैग बनने में. Okay. When was the motto of NCC accepted?
Sir, I am not able to recall that date.
Okay. Give me a guess. If you need to guess, what will you guess?
Sir, that's around 1960.
1960s. Which peak Captain Manoj Pandey captured, sir? Captain Manoj Pandey, sir, the peak he captured. What was the name of the peak or the point? He is from which unit of the Indian Army?
So, sir, I am not able to.
Good. Okay. Tell me three ministers, rather three politicians who have been part of the alumni, except the current Prime Minister and the current Defence Minister.
Sir, that was Sushma Swaraj ma'am, our ex-Vice President Hamid Ansari sir, and the Lieutenant Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore sir.
Okay. Now tell me alumni of the NCC who became the Chief of Air Staff.
Sir, Air Marshal Subrat Mukherjee sir.
And
I was not able to recall.
okay. Give me example of field formation of the Indian Army.
Field formation of.
Give me an example of field formation.
Sir, if I talk about a particular section, there are 6 types of.
I'm asking field formation का example दो. कौन सी unit का है, कौन सी command, कौन सी field formation Indian Army की. You're a NCC, you should know this.
Yes, sir, but I'm
But what?
not getting the answer.
You can't read. ये NCC का C certificate कैसे मिला?
Sir, by reading the book and participating in the camps.
Then why are you not able to answer? Tell me what are the shoulder tabs of field marshal? Shoulder tabs. ये क्या इंसिग्नियाज होते हैं फील्ड मार्शल के?
Sorry, sir, I am not able to.
Tell me major general.
Major General, sir. It is swords, 2 swords and 1 star.
There are 2 swords.
And 1 star.
The cross which you see, it is 2 swords.
Yes, that goes.
Okay. Have you seen a major general with two swords?
Sorry, sir?
Have you seen any major general wearing his uniform? At least on कहाँ पर देखा है तुमने?
No, not live, sir, but in the TVs and laptops.
तो क्या ठीक है तो वो दो swords होते हैं?
Sir, I am not sure about it, but
यार how can you not be sure you are a NCC यार तुम्हें ranks नहीं पता तुम्हें इंसीनियर्स नहीं पता तुम्हें नहीं पता तो सिटीजन्स को ना पता उनको तो पता ही नहीं चाहिए फिर तुम्हें ही नहीं पता इसके बारे में that is the problem with you NCC guys you don't read your own books you know about at least army
yes, sir.
tell me Operation Meghdoot
Operation Meghdoot, sir, was related to the capture of the Siachen Glacier, which was conducted in the 1984. Because of the advancing forces of the Pakistan Army, they were going to capture and was connecting it to the POK and the mainland China. After that, we captured that, and that operation was named as the Operation Meghdoot.
who was involved in this operation tell me the officer or whoever was involved in this operation
Sir, I'm not able to recall that.
Captain Bala Singh sir was involved in which operation
Sir, this one only.
what is his decoration
Sir, they got the PVC.
and you don't remember his name
Sir,
you want to join the army you don't remember a PVC's name
I knew, sir, but I was not sure about it.
you are not sure about currently Captain Yogendra Yadav sir is from which unit of the army
Sir, Grenadiers.
which grenadiers
Sorry, sir, but I don't know.
okay and at that point of time Rifleman Sanjay Kumar sir was there
Yes, sir.
he's from which unit
Sorry, sir, but I don't know.
Captain Vikram Batra sir is from which unit
Sir, 13 jacket.
so you don't know about Rifleman Sanjay Kumar
No, sir.
okay moving on from this tell me five major problems which Uttarakhand is suffering from and how you solve them out.
So first of all, there is a political turmoil which is happening. None of the chief ministers have completed their 5-year tenure. After that, second one is the development issue. Apart from the reason behind the separation of Uttarakhand from the Uttar Pradesh, it is not completed yet also. Third one is that the migration of the people from hilly region to the plain region in the plain region. Fourth one is the employment. In the hilly region, there were not particular employment schemes or the employment thing which can provide the better facilities to the people. And the fifth one is the climate. There are a lot of landslides and avalanche which is happening that are very.
So one is political development issue, employment issue, landslide. Which was the fourth one?
So fourth one was the migration of the people from hilly regions to the plain areas.
Okay, so people shouldn't migrate.
Sir, if they are migrating because of some reason that they are not able to give the better facilities to themselves and their children, but if we see that they are losing their own heritage, they are leaving their own roots, that will in turn end their own culture and.
Tell me how will you sort them out?
Sir,
starting with the political turmoil.
Political turmoil, sir, it is the political leadership which only can cure this, because in the as a civilian we can't do in that. We just only choose the right leader to maintain the political stability in our country. When it comes to the employment, we can provide a homestays to the tourists, because we know that Uttarakhand is famous for, is also known as a Devbhoomi and famous for various tourist places. So we can create homestays there. That will be the creation of employment. That will cater the three problems, that the migration also, that will give the employment of the people, and that will preserve their very rich and heritage, and they can showcase and then can sell to the people, those who are visiting their places.
This is for what? Employment or
employment, migration, sir, both.
Employment and migration. You
Yes,
mean
sir.
to say they can be developed through tourism.
Tourism.
वो तो हो ही रहा है ना. Uttarakhand is famous for tourism. What more you
But
tell?
sir, those places which are far from the like from if we talk about there are several places apart from here, those who are not so developed, and people must see, like, we have to give some recognition to that particular places so more people can visit there.
For example, I will tell you, there is Kasar Devi temple in Almora. Okay. Tell me how will you get it more recognition so that more people start visiting it?
Sir, first of all, we
You
have
been to Kasar Devi temple?
no, sir. So we can, if I talk about the government, it can promote into the various social events, can promote create the websites and other offers to just attract the tourists.
But don't you think if the more jitna tourism बढ़ता है, उतनी authenticity of the place starts getting killed because it's get crowded. Like even if you talk about Dehradun, if you go to Lower Scale, there's so much crowd that the place is not able to handle. There is no proper management. So how will you manage the entire so much of tourism जो अभी है वो manage नहीं हो रहा है?
So for that we need strict rules and regulation for particular thing. If we see in the case of Kedarnath, the parts of that particular temple is open for a certain period of time, and the management is also fine. We have to. It's not about the government only. It's about the people that we collaboratively manage the crowd and the people, so we can develop a particular place in a better place.
Okay. Tell me about, this way you can say employment can be generated.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of people might not want to work in tourism, then they still want to migrate. What are the other reasons? Do you think employment is the only reason for migration?
No, sir. Employment is not the only reason, but there are some basic facilities which are not there in the small villages of Uttarakhand. There people have to travel long distances just to bring the drinking water at their home. They were not able to have a proper.
तो ड्रिंकिंग वाटर तो वहीं पे सॉर्ट आउट हो जानी चाहिए ना, उसके लिए माइग्रेट थोड़ी करना चाहिए.
But it is happening, sir. Other medical facilities are also one of the good examples that people are migrating.
Do you see which I see when I've spoken to so many students like you, the major reason for migration is education.
Yes, sir.
Specifically in Uttarakhand, they say that all the major universities are in Dehradun,
Yes.
and they don't have these kind of universities. You have not mentioned it.
Yes, sir. Education is also there. I forgot to mention it.
Do you think, Anant, you are observing less and reading more? Like academically, you have read newspapers and everything, but you're observing less?
Yes, sir.
How will you improve it?
So I'll try to observe new things from now on. But if I'm reading something, I'll more focus how it can. I'll try to relate it with the other things which I have seen.
Okay, understood. But observation is a slow art. It does not happen one day or two days. When do you think that you will have a decent grip on the observation part?
So for that, I have to just get out of my home first on the daily basis just to
I
observe.
mean to say, give me a number: 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 months, 3
Well,
months.
it will start from basic. Like it will take at least 1 or 2 months just to have a good, quite decent observation skill. After that, if like a
I
time.
can say 3 months.
Yes, sir.
3 months definitely.
Yes, sir.
So 3 months you have a good observation skills, decent.
Yes, sir.
So if you say you are having a 3, you know that the armed forces are looking for good observation skills.
Yes, sir.
Right? There's no doubt about that. So then I should interview you after 3 months. You'll be, why are we wasting each other's time right now?
No, sir. The way I was and the way I am today, I think I have improved in a very different manner. Like initially, I was not able to focus much on the studies part and the observation thing which you have mentioned. But as the time is passing, I am trying to improve that by learning from others, from the teachers, and the self-assessment is also playing a major role in that.
Your father is searching for a job.
Yes, sir.
Your mother is not working. Your younger brother is student. There is, as per it, no income, and you are preparing for exam and not contributing at home. How is your entire house being run and why are you not working?
Sir, right now my entire house is running on the savings of my father, and we have fields at our village. So my grandfather is also working. Sir, when it comes to my working, I am doing my masters in mathematics, and apart from that, my parents are more are saying that always they need to focus more on studies and just contribute as much as I can in the household chores.
That I'm understanding how, like, why is your father looking for a job? What happened?
Sir, he lost the job. He resigned from the office in the month of August. Sir.
This year?
Yes, sir.
How many years he was working there?
He worked for around 8 years. Sir.
8 years. What happened?
Sir, he was the conditions of working was not good. The manager of him was very rude to him and always get him burdened due to the overwork. During the COVID time, he was more focused on the work that my father would around 10 or 12 in the night. So
He was working as?
sir, as a credit controller, a manager post in the Continental India Limited.
Continental. Hotel industry?
No sir, the tire making company.
That's a Continental Tires.
Yes sir.
That's an NC or it's an Indian company?
MNC sir. It's a German based company.
So, even at the MNCs have this kind of culture?
Yes sir.
Okay, that's new.
Sir, apart from my father, there were several employees who were fired from their jobs, and my father.
Is it because of COVID?
No, not because of COVID, because of that. If a senior says something and if it is wrong, my father is like, well, if something is wrong, and right is right. He do not support when a person is wrong. So there were many people who were fired or they were forced to resign.
Okay, they were forced to resign.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your father, in the August he resigned with September, October. So right now he's taking a sabbatical, or he's looking for it's an urgency of a job he requires, or it is like he's taking his time to find it, because right now 3 people are dependent upon it.
Yes, sir. So he's many offers he got, but the amount he was getting was not sufficient because of our own expenses. And my father has.
So he was not getting the amount which he was getting was less than the Continental.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You carry on this thing.
So, my father is searching for a job and many offers my father got, but they were not sufficient. Though he is trying to look nearby also, and those the jobs he offered were not sufficient because they were not able to pay the amount which my father required.
Do you think your father was working in Roorkee only?
No sir, he lives in Delhi that time.
So even when he was working for Continental?
Yes sir.
Where he used to stay?
Sir, he used to stay in Tagda.
Okay. So the companies which are offering him, so they are offering in Delhi or Bangalore, where?
Sir, apart from Delhi, there were Gurgaon, Bangalore and other cities. But my father is not willing to go out because of because of the family and the grandfather. Yes, sir. And when he was in Delhi, he used to come on the Friday night, and there were 2 days off, so he can spend enough time with the family as well.
Okay. So what are the 3 things which you like in a father and what you don't like? Same question for your mother also.
So when it comes to my father, that my father have a very calm nature. Second one is that he take every opportunity in a very positive way if he is getting. And sir, he take care of a family in a very different manner, that he do not show that if he is not getting something and he is not showing that particular thing. He take us first and after him. And the things I do not like is that sir, sometimes he promise us to do something, and for that matter, if time comes, because of my younger brother, he is very jolly. He just cancel out the plan. This is the only thing which I do not like in my father. When it comes to my mother, it is love and passion for the family, which I have learned. Apart from that, she is very hardworking. She do not deny anything whenever we say anything to her. And the third thing is that she also put herself behind. She put first her family when it comes to her and the family.
Then what you don't like in her?
Sir, it's the more emotional angle which I do not like. She get emotional in every other thing.
So what's the problem of being emotional?
So she starts crying, so that I do not like it. As my mother crying in front of me, that I do not like.
Do you think there's a problem if somebody cries?
No sir, that is not a problem.
Okay.
Yes sir.
So if a soldier's wife comes to you and soldier has been lost in some war or some operation, and he was under your command, and she's crying in front of you, what will you do?
Sir, I'll first of all console her that he went in a very good work, and I'll take care of her and her family, because the person is in under my command, and all the things which I have to take care, I will do it for that. And I will also assign other people, those who are close to him or her, to take care of them.
If the she has a small kid also, she'd say if the kid is around say 8 or 9 years, male child and female child both the similar age say that, what will you say to them?
Sir, I will say to them that your father is a very great person, that he's lied his life for the motherland, and he did a very good work, and if you need something you can contact me. I'll be there for you all the time, and you do not have to feel that your father is no more. You can contact any of us at any time. We're there to help you.
Okay. What is the reason for falling of percentage in graduation and in 12th?
In 12th, sir, I shifted to a new school from my older one, and there I got a little bit time to adjust with the people, and also indulge in the various activities or like sports. Till 10th, I was not exposed to such kind of environment which I got in my 12th class. And also, sir, I shifted to the new place, my city. I wasn't exposed, so I was with my friends also. And when it comes to graduation, I was indulged in the various activities, like I have been part of the NCC, so for that I have to go out in the camps for 10 to 12 days. So there I think I lost a little bit of, I have utilized my time there.
You utilized your marks reduced to 72% because you were doing NCC.
Not only sir, I was
अगर तो कोर्स कर रहे हो कि आर्मी में जो कुछ कर रहे हो कि आर्मी के एग्जाम नहीं निकलेंगे तो फिर ये बोलोगे सीओ साहब ने पोस्ट को रिलीज किया था.
No sir, that is my responsibility to work hard.
So why are you telling me that you started doing NCC marks reduced? It was your decision to join the NCC
Yes,
or someone else?
No sir, it was my
decision. Decision तुम्हारा था NCC में पोस्ट रहे हो.
No sir, I was not doing that. I was not able to get enough time.
I got your answer.
Yes,
take me through your what all extracurricular activities you've done and what did you achieve in them, and same for your games and sports.
In my co-curricular activities during my school days, initially I was participating in my group dance competition, especially on the annual functions. Apart from that, when it comes to my 11th and 12th, I participated in various activities, like I was the house captain of my school, and I participated in the special assemblies which held at every festival which is there. And also I have written the essay on the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in my college. In that I have got the 3rd place. And in the sports thing, I have participated in my school time that I was a 2-time gold medalist in the long jump in the inter-school athletics meet, and I have participated in 2 group games, that is 4x100 meter relay and solo that is 110 meter hurdles. There I got all bronze medal. And in the NCC I have also participated in various activities, like there is a tug of war, there was an anchoring.
Why were you not participating in sports in college?
Sir, there were not so good facilities of the sports, and it was more inclined towards the studies only, and there were some activities which is heading in this college in the name of sport, but only in the NCC.
Okay, no, I'm trying to understand. So school में नहीं थी तो कोई बाहर कोई कुछ join कर लेते?
At that time I was not aware of all the things which are outside of the college.
But you were aware of NCC?
Yes sir.
So ये इसके बारे में पता नहीं लगा कि कहाँ जाकर की हो. Okay, you have played cricket. You won bronze medal. This is inter-house.
Yes sir, inter-house in my 12th class.
Okay, so you are a right-handed batsman.
Yes sir.
I'm bowling to you. You are a right-handed batsman. Okay, and this side I'm bowling to you, and you're batting right-hand batsman.
Yes sir.
Where would be deep square leg?
Sir, this will be here, outside of the center.
Okay, you're a right-hand batsman. This would be deep square leg.
Yes sir.
Okay, and where would be deep point?
D point will be, sir, inside of that circle of 30 yards.
What is the maximum height of a bat?
Sir,
What is the width of a bale?
sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Diameter of the leather ball or cricket ball?
Sorry, sir.
When was the first test match played?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
First one day international of 50 overs?
No, sir.
First T20 match?
No, sir.
Against which country Tendulkar made 200 for his first 200?
I'm not able to recall, sir.
Tendulkar has made how many 200s? One, twice, thrice, how many times?
No, sir.
India won the World Cup on which date? Last 2011.
I do not remember the date, sir, but the year 2011.
Okay. The last shot hit by Dhoni was a 6 in that match. Do you remember that?
No, sir.
You don't watch foot cricket.
No, sir, not often.
Which sport do you like?
Recently, I just do not focus on much on the sports part.
Okay, why you don't like sports?
Sir, I like, but I do not get interest in.
What is the psychological issue that you have started reading self-development books?
So just to get some more interest and to understand myself better, because it will eventually help me in the clearing the process which I am.
Why can't you do it on your own? Why do you need the help of a book?
So because that book will help me to understand the things, and that will enhance my reading skills also, my verbal English also.
You being into athletics, what do you learn since you are not playing any sports? I see 2018 onwards, neither it is in your hobbies or interest to play sports, and you want to join the armed forces. Why are you not doing something physical right now?
So physical, apart from that, I do a little bit of running and exercise at home.
Do you do it regularly or it's on breaks? The time
On breaks, sir.
Okay. Okay, your grandfather was he is into agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, how do you participate with them, and what were the 3 farm laws, and how the government will double the farmers' income, and what is your viewpoint on the 3 farm bills?
Well, I indulged with my grandfather in the agriculture. Like I do giving the company in the cutting of the crops, also like in the irrigation of the crops. At the same time, like we have to cut out the extra branches of the tree just to get in the taller. So these are all the things. And the 3 farm laws were, so first of all there was the APMC modernization bill, and second one was to convert the farming into a contractual basis, where the farmer have a contract with the supplier or the taker only. And the third one, sir, I am not able to recall. And the problems were with the farm. Third one was the MSP, related to the MSP. So the problems with the farm bills were that they were not providing the enough minimum support price, which is required by the farmers or the agriculture for their produce, which they produce in a cycle of 1 year. In India, there are at least only 3 cycles. Apart from the rest of India, in the northern India, there are 3 cycles which happens. So they want a surety against the MSP, because in the contractual basis, it is the other party who is deciding the price of the produce which they have grown in their field. There were no support of the government on that. And to improve that, government must have vocal for it. They were not able to justify the farm laws which they have bring out. There was some good part also that it will modernize the APMC mandis. There were the abolition of the middleman, because we know in the interstate.
How will you double the farmers' income?
Sir, for that we have to invent some technologies which can
Technology. Okay, go ahead.
technologies which can help the farmers in the agriculture field from sowing till cultivation. Apart from that, we have.
Okay, which podcast are you listening these days? English podcast?
Sir, I listen to the IBACIO, so that is Ranveer Allahabadia's podcast. Sir.
Tell me Ranveer Allahabadia's college name?
Sir, it's DJ Sanvi of Mumbai. DJ Sanvi, sir.
Okay, which is the podcast which you really like?
Sir, it is with the Abhijit Chawda, sir.
What is Abhijit Chawda's background?
Sir, he is a theoretical physicist and then story.
He's a theoretical physicist or astrophysicist?
Theoretical physicist, sir.
Okay.
And sir, he is a.
What are the difference between astrophysicist? Who is a theoretical physicist?
Sir, who only research on the theoretical physics only. He do not do experiments and do. He just have to prove the theorems in the physics only.
Okay. So once who does the application of it, what will that person be called?
Sorry, sir.
This theory, the person who proves those theories,
Yes,
this
sir.
application.
Yes, sir.
उसको क्या बोलेंगे?
Sir, that the theoretical physicist in theory something.
वो तो तुमने बोल ही दिया ना, theoretical physicist तो वही है.
Yes, sir.
जो prove करेगा उसको क्या बोलेंगे?
Sir, that will be the only same person who will do.
हाँ?
Same person, sir.
Same person मतलब? Same person होगा तो prove भी कर रहा होगा.
Yes, sir. Because he is doing research and all on there.
Okay. So he solves it also, right?
Yes, sir. That it will give me the
Financial independence for
financial independence, that it will be beneficial for me and my family.
Trigger point क्या है?
Trigger points are that being a part of the NCC, that I have
Not
seen.
bad, it can be better with time. बाकी you are pretty much ready for the interview, there is no doubt. काफी चीजें prepare कर ली हैं आपने. Over a period of time, except the screenouts. Interview shouldn't be a problem for you. Interview you will prepare करना है काफी होता है. This is obviously done over a period of time.
Yes, sir. तो सर क्रिकेट का ऐसा था कि अभी कोई स्पोर्ट्स
ये
एक्टिविटी
सारे आंसर गलत है. टीम स्क्वायर में क्या होता है?
सर वो सिर्फ गले क्रिकेट था सर.
ठीक है. और बाकी सर्चिंग फॉर जॉब ठीक है. If you would have been taking some tuition तो और केस अब मजबूत हो जाता और फाइनेंशियली सपोर्टिंग. Hopefully तब तक तो फादर की जॉब चालू हो जाएगी तो इतना नहीं होगा. But even then वो ये कि if you are working with taking tuition अच्छा हो जाएगा.
Sir, exactly there are many reasons to find a job, but my parents are not willing to do that because they want to just focus on the one thing first. We are here to just earn the money. You just have to focus on this.
ऐसी भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज वगैरह और कुछ पूछ सकते हैं. एनसीसी के क्वेश्चंस में एक क्वेश्चन को छोड़ के बाकी सारी चीजें गड़बड़ी थी. ठीक है, वो नहीं हो सकता तो वो बहुत खराब हो जाएगा. ठीक है. और बाकी काफ़ी लेवल पे तुमने प्रिपरेशन अच्छी कर ली है. नो डाउट. आई थिंक वन ऑफ द गुड इंटरव्यूज व्हिच आई हैव सीन वाज प्रिपेयर्ड. तो ठीक है, ये मेरे को नॉट इवन एक्सपोज टू मी तो उनको आगे बदला जाऊंगा. हाउ विल यू रेट योर इंटरव्यू?
Sir, 4.
You can rate 6. You good प्रिपरेशन करिए इसके लिए. हालांकि जो मेरे साथ के दोस्त हैं उन्होंने कुछ नहीं करी है. उनके लिए फैसिलिटी नहीं है वाली. लेट्स सी वहाँ करने तो बीमार हो गया. अच्छा वो तो कल हाइट पे भी जा पाएगा.
कल सब ठीक हो जाएगी सर.
जो कल ठीक हो जाएगा इनका इंटरव्यू नहीं होगा.
सर मतलब यहाँ करने से पहले मेरा मेन था इसी के लिए मैं आया. और जो होता है ना कि इंटरव्यू के बाद रियलाइजेशन वो मैं बाहर बैठ के मैंने सोच लिया था वो आने वाला है. बट उसको वो आए उससे पहले मैं खुद को जज करके एक अलग वे में कि हाँ मैं उसको कैसे सही कर सकूँ. स्पेशली द क्रिकेट पार्ट विच आई हैव रिटन. और सर जो मैंने कल पीआई का फॉर्म भरा था वो इससे काफ़ी बेटर है इन द टर्म्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स. तो वही है को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज जो आई हैव डन
वो लाइंस में ड्रॉ कर देंगे
वही सर. और सर जो कैम्प मैंने करे हैं मैम ने बोला प्राची मैम ने कि उनको एक अच्छे वे में प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं. तो आई हैव नॉट बीन टू आरडीसी बट आई हैव बीन पार्ट ऑफ 2 प्री आरडीसी.
वो मेंशन करो.
वो वाला था. और
ईपीएस भी अच्छा है तुम्हारा, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. इवन शुभम वो स्टेज में तो सभी बहुत सही पीआई है. मैंने कहा हाँ क्योंकि इसमें तो चीज़ें ऐड नहीं हुई हैं. अब जो डन है तो Carry on.
थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो और इस चैनल को डेफिनेटली सब्सक्राइब करें जिससे आपको इस तरह का कंटेंट मिलता रहे और इसके साथ आप प्ले स्टोर से शौर्य और विवेक नाम का ऐप भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं जहां पर आपको इस तरीके का डिफेंस का कंटेंट एसएसबी का कंटेंट भी मिलेगा। जय हिंद।